Yo, what's going on, everybody? Kaido gang, we are back. So TAICHOU is back. It's a return style. TAICHOU's a setter secret style, and you can serve with him, but he got a little bit of a buff and whatnot. So let's just get straight into it. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, and subscribe, and if you've been here, stay tuned. Basically. So let's get into it. So when you're serving where it's the first thing that happens. Down tilt, guys, down tilt when you serve. It's important because it looks like Taichou has the ability to serve much powerful. Maybe he already had max serve, so maybe they upped his serve. And as you can see right here, I'm doing like corner serves. That's a way to get some good serves and spikes anyway, because when you serve in the corner, the ball has more of a distance to travel, so it's more likely to go in the court. Now, on to setting. You always want to have advanced setting on. And how you're going to do this is when you're going into a game, enable advanced moves, right? What this does is that there's a meter that allows you to control how much you bump, how much you set, and how much, you throw the ball in the air, right? So, as you can see, I can control. And you're going to want to practice this depending on where you are in the court. Set quick to your friends or your teammates, or set slow and let the ball glide. And you want to jump at a certain height. If you want to get high and let the ball glide, that's even good for like Sanus and Kazanas. And if you want to do low, then that's good for other people who don't jump that too high, right? And you can delay as well. You can jump and let the ball fall with you. So you always want to have advanced setting on. And and as you get better, you practice as a setter, you can do fancy stuff like that, jump toward the ball and kind of set, and this is actually something you should do a lot. I'm not saying do it out of spite. However, when you're far away from the ball, just know you can jump towards the ball and set in another direction, or set in the same direction, because usually what will happen is you dive for the ball, and when you dive for the ball, it goes straight up into the air and people will already be blocking right where you are, right? Maybe one person, while the others are on a spiker trying to block them. So when you're using advanced setting, you just want to practice setting to the other side of the court, maybe setting to the middle of the court, and setting like super short passes, and try and get comfortable with different movements, because you don't have to always move in one direction towards the ball and set in one direction. You don't always have to jump in one direction and do side sets, like you're in front of the net and you set to the other side. You don't always have to do that. That's pretty predictable. You want to be so unpredictable that you are confused with yourself, if you get what I mean. Expect the unexpected. If Yeah. So when you're setting with Taichou, just remember that he has the ability to boost a spiker's spike, and the more times it's set with another Taichou, it's way more powerful, right? So just practice. And this is for basically all setters, in my opinion. You always want to make sure to learn how to set to any part of the court. If it's in the back of the court, you usually want to set farther with max power. If you're at the front of the court, you usually want to turn down to at least close to half power, or 75, right? And that also means you have to know when to jump towards the ball. Jump high so you can get the ball to set high, and do a low setting so it's in the air floating, just like TSK, where the ball floats. It's kind of what it is, but it floats in one direction. It doesn't just stay. So this is kind of my advice. I hope this kind of helps. But I main setters. I'm not much of a spiker like I used to when I started playing the game. Setting is just so much fun. When you have the base of the team is a setter. When you have a good setter that knows what he or she is doing, I'm not saying you will always score, but you will score a lot of points, right? When you have a setter that knows what they are doing, you're good. Setting from the back, setting behind, setting corner shots, you are good. And if practice defending with it a little bit. But that's my tutorial. I hope it helps. Stay tuned for some more.